In previous lecture, successfully we have created static structure of cart page. Now in this lecture, we are going to write the cart functionality. Before writing cart functionality, let us create one cart details table, open database, and inside this I'm just going to create new table. Table name I will be passing cart details. I will tell you why we are creating this table. Column name I will be passing cart ID. Inside this, we are going to store user ID, which user has added this item to cart. Then we will be storing product ID, which product is present inside the cart. That product ID we are going to store inside this table. Next, we will be storing the quantity. I need one more column, and here I will be passing added at what time this item has added inside the cart. Cart ID will be integer, user ID will be integer, all this will be integer, and then added that I am going to give timestamp. Then values 11, here also 11, 11, 11, and here we do not have to give any value. Scroll here, I will just check on this auto increment. For this cart, automatically for each and every item, ID will be assigned. Very important, create this table and then click on save. Now let me tell you why we have created that table. Now suppose user will be clicking on add to cart and this item will be added inside the cart. So here we can have two cases. First, user has already logged in and they have added the item to cart. Second, if the user has not logged in and they have added the items to cart. So if the user is not logged in, let us consider that case as a guest. If the user has not logged in, that means guest is adding the items to cart. So now here we are going to have two cases. First is user is logged in and second is user is not logged in. If the user is not logged in, this entire cart information we will not be storing inside the database. Instead, we are going to store inside the session. If the user has logged in and if the user clicks on add to cart, this entire cart information will be stored inside this cart details table. Okay, if this item is present inside the cart and if the user is logged in, then easily we can access all the items which user has ordered and accordingly we can do the checkout. Now let us write the logic, but here remember we are having two cases. First, user is logged in and second, user is not logged in. If the user is logged in, only then data will be stored inside the database. If the user is not logged in, all cart details will be stored inside session. Now here open common functions.php and inside this I'm just going to create one function. Scroll down below this I will be creating function. Function name I am going to pass cart. Wherever we are having add to cart, inside this href we have already passed this add to cart attribute and then whichever product we are clicking, that product ID we have assigned. Let me come to my project. Come to home, click on this add to cart. You can see in URL I am having add to cart and the value is equal to 4. Why? Because for this particular product my product ID is 4. So in this way value will be assigned. Now if I click on this, you can see now for this I am having product ID is equal to 2. So that will be assigned to this add to cart parameter. So inside this function, first let me just write here global connection. Then below this, I'm just going to check for the condition. If is set, inside this, I'm just going to pass this get request. And then what I have to pass? I have to pass this add to cart. Copy this parameter and inside this, I'm going to pass. If this is set, we will be writing our entire cart logic. Whatever value we are having, let us access that value. Copy this same thing. Inside this, create one variable. Variable name, I will write get product ID. Okay, what we have assigned? We have assigned product ID. So using this, we are just going to access that product ID and assign to this variable. And this entire value, to make sure, we are just going to convert to integer. So we will be using int val function. Not here. Here I have to close and then here I'm just going to close. Okay, first we are checking whether this is set or not. If it is set, we are just going to access this Next, below this, we will be checking login versus guest user. How we can check logged in? We can write is set. So inside session, we are already having the variable username. If the user is logged in, we are having session variable username in which we will be having name of the user. So here I will be writing if is set session, and inside this I will be passing username. Okay, in our registration and login part, we have already created this session, and from there we are just going to access this. So we are checking if this is set, then we will be performing entire operation. Else, in else part, what code we will be writing? We will be writing guest user. So here inside this, we will be writing logged in user. I hope you are clear with this. Now first, let us work with this if part. Later on, we are going to work with this guest part. I will access the username, copy this complete session. Here I will be creating one variable. Variable name, I will write username. Username is equal to session username. Whatever username is present inside the session, whichever user is logged in, their username will be stored inside this variable. Then below this, I'm just going to get user ID from user table. For that, let me write the query. I will write statement is equal to, directly I'm just going to prepare this. In this way also you can write, or in other lines you can proceed. Inside this prepare, I'm just going to write the query. Select what I have to access. I have to access user ID. From which table? I have to access from user table. So here let me write user table. Then where clause? Where username is equal to, I'm just going to pass placeholder. Why I am passing placeholder? Because we are using this prepare statement, and for safer side we will be passing placeholder. Okay, we are just accessing user ID from our user table where this condition will be matching, and from where we are going to get the username, we will be getting from session. Now below this, I'm just going to bind this. I will write statement bind param, and inside this my username is string, and with what value I have to bind? I have to bind with this username which we have got from the session. Then finally, I'm just going to execute this one. Statement I will be passing execute. After executing, whatever result I will be getting from this, I'm just going to access that result. So here I will be creating one variable result. Result is equal to statement. For getting the result, we are having this get result function. Let me just correct the spelling. Below this, I'm just going to fetch complete user information from this result. So here I will be creating one variable user data is equal to, on this result we are just going to pass this fetch assoc function. So using this we are just going to fetch complete information from the database. Now inside this, okay, whenever we are accessing, if this username is matching, let me come to database. Let me open user table. Example, for example, I have logged in with Seema and this condition matches. If this condition matches, this complete row, I'm just going to get the response, and that response will be stored inside user data. Now from this user data table, okay, from this complete row, I just want to access this user ID. So here below this, I'm just going to create one variable user ID is equal to, where we are having complete information, we are having inside user data, and inside this I will be passing my column name, that is user ID. In this way we are just going to get user ID of logged in user. Okay, and inside the query also we have written the same thing. Select user ID, we are binding, we are executing, we are getting the result, we are fetching the complete result, and finally whatever ID we are having inside the row, that we are storing inside this user ID. Now here also for add to cart we are having two conditions. Okay, just imagine I have added this item to cart and this item is present inside the cart. But now again I'm just trying to add the same item and this item is already present inside the cart. So in that case, I don't have to add this item twice. Instead, what I can do, First, I will check whether this item is present inside the cart or not. If the item is present, then instead of adding again, I will simply update the quantity. If the item is not present, only then I am going to insert this item inside the cart. Okay, basically inside the cart details table. So here, to check that, I'm just going to write the select query. Okay, let me write the comment so that you can understand it better. Checking if the product exists. Okay, if the product exists in cart. So below this, I will be creating one variable check cart. Then directly, I'm just going to pass this connection variable and then prepare statement. Inside this, I will be writing select query. Select, I will be selecting all the details from cart details table. As of now, we have not added anything inside the database, but what we will do before inserting, we are just going to check for the conditions. Accordingly, we can update the quantity. Select all the details from cart details where now I will be passing user ID. Okay, for each and every user, we are having different ID, and based on that ID only, we will be having the items inside cart table where user ID is equal to placeholder and product ID is equal to placeholder. Okay, we are checking both user ID and product ID is already present inside the cart or not. Now bind this. I will be using this bind param, and both user ID and product ID are integer. I will be passing two i's, and with what I have to bind? I have to bind with user ID. Copy this. Inside this we are having user ID. And next, for product ID, we have already created this variable. From this, we will be getting product ID from the URL. So successfully we have binded, and after that we are going to execute this one. So here I will write check cart execute. And finally, whatever execution we have done, I'm just going to get result from this. So here I will create one variable result. Result is equal to check cart, and from there I'm just going to access this get result function. So here we are selecting all the data from cart details table where our user ID and product ID is already present or not. If it is present, we are executing and we are getting the result. From this query, if we are having some result, that means that product and the same user is trying to add the items again. So in this case, what we will do, instead of adding, we are going to update the quantity. So below this, I will be writing this result check. Okay, let me see the variable name result. Okay, for better readability, let me write result check. Copy this variable. Here I am going to paste. Result check access this number of rows. Number of rows method. If this is greater than 0, that means this user has already added this product to cart. So if this is greater than 0, what we will do? We are just going to update the quantity. Else, what we will do? We are just going to insert product. Now first, let us insert. Okay, initially we are not having any items in the cart. So here it will not be greater than 0 because it will be equal to 0. If the product is not present, then what we will do? We are just going to insert the product. Insert, pass this connection variable, then prepare statement. And inside this, I'm just going to write insert into my cart details table. What all I have to insert? Let us write. I have to insert user ID, product ID, then we are having quantity. Okay, let me show the database. You can see what all I have to insert inside this cart details, user ID, product ID and quantity. I'm just going to insert inside this table. Then I will be passing these values. Inside this, I'm just going to pass these placeholders. For user ID question mark, product ID question mark, initially quantity I'm just going to assign 1. Then after that, I'm just going to bind, insert, bind param, and inside this user ID is integer, product ID is integer. For user ID, I'm just going to assign this user ID, and for product ID, we are already having this variable copy, and inside this paste. Once it is done, what we have to do, we just have to execute this one. So here I will be writing execute. And inside session, let us just give the message as well. So here I will be writing session post message product added to cart successfully. Whatever you want, you can give. Let me write product added to cart successfully. Okay, logged in user, we are checking whether the item is present inside the cart or not. If it is not present, insert the item. If it is present, instead of inserting, we just have to update the quantity. So here inside this update part, I'm just going to write update query, create one variable update, directly pass connection, replace statement, and inside this we are going to write update query. Update table name is cart details, update cart details, and then what we have to do, we have to access quantity column field. Set quantity is equal to each and every time whatever quantity we are having, we are just going to increase the quantity by 1. So here copy this, inside this paste whatever quantity we are having, we are just going to increment by 1, where user ID and product ID. Okay, let me just copy this and inside this paste. Okay, if both are matching, only then for that particular row we are just updating and we are setting this quantity. And then we have to bind this. Let me just come here, copy this complete thing. Okay, let me copy this complete thing, and inside this I'm just going to paste. In place of insert, pass update, bind parameter user ID and product ID same. Then we are just going to execute, and inside this post message we will write product quantity updated in cart. I hope you understood this complete cart logic for logged in user. First, we are checking whether we have clicked on add to cart or not. If we have clicked, we are accessing the value, and then we are checking if the user is logged in or not. If the user is logged in, we are accessing user ID from user table. Then we are checking whether we are having any items in the cart which user has already added. And then we are checking same item is present inside the cart or not. If the item is already present, simply we are going to update the quantity. If the item is not present, we are just going to insert the item inside the cart. Okay, this entire logic is for logged in user. Now coming for else part, this is for guest user. Okay, successfully we have written entire logic for logged in user. Next we will see complete logic for guest user.